So what you're seeing here is my new home for the next couple of weeks. A little village nestled somewhere in the Spanish hills. But before we are diving into a new chapter, let's go back in time a bit. This is where my adventure started. My room in Munich, a place filled with memories and joy, but the call of the unknown was too strong to resist. I yearned for something different. I dreamt of wide open spaces, the kind of daydreams that take you far from the urban sprawl into the embrace of nature. So I packed my bags and left everything behind to go to my first destination, a remote valley hidden from the world in the middle of nature. A remote valley far from the noise and the rush of city life. Here, time seemed to slow down. The days were spent exploring, soaking in the beauty of untouched nature and finding peace in solitude. The valley was a world unto itself, a place where I could truly disconnect and reconnect with the essence of life. I've learned so much about myself during the time in the valley. I'm so thankful for all the experience I had there, and I will never forget this place. And I think I felt the first time in my life how exhausted I was from the 9-to-5 job I did the last couple of years. And this time of slowing down, pausing, was so much needed. And I'm beyond thankful and grateful that I was able to spend the last month in this dreamy village. But the journey didn't end there. After a few months of living in harmony with nature, it was time to move on. What is better than a coffee in the morning? Oh, the thunderstorm yesterday was so beautiful, magical. Every thunderstorm brings me directly back to my childhood. I have so many good memories. When I was little, me and my dad used to go upstairs and watch the thunderstorm through the skylights of our roof. And he made thunderstorms to something so beautiful for me. It was better than going to cinema, so it was a highlight for me every time. And I think that's why I've never been afraid of thunderstorms. Yeah, it's such a beautiful memory and I still love it. But I'm not here to talk about thunderstorms. So this is officially my last cup of coffee in the valley in Portugal. And it's kind of crazy to say that because I have the feeling that it's just a few days ago that we arrived here, and the time flew by so fast. It feels like a blink of an eye. It's crazy. Yeah, but our stuff is packed and we are ready to move forward. I'm ready for new adventures to a place that I can discover. So yeah, I'm curious how the new place will be, as we're not that remote anymore. We will move to a little village. Yeah, and I'm really curious how it will feel to be surrounded by people again. Yeah, we'll see. I have no idea how it will feel for me, because I really love the peace and the silence this place here held for us. But I think it's good to make another experience again, and yeah, to figure out what is the way I want to live for myself. So yeah, I think it's just a new chapter again. So I'm so grateful for the chapter here in the valley, and now it's time to turn the page again and look forward to everything that will come. So I think it's time to go. Somehow it really felt strange to leave the valley, because I felt kind of at home there. But on the other hand, I was so excited for hopping into the car, being on the road again, heading to a new destination to let a new chapter begin. This morning I prepared some lunch for us that we could take with us, so that we have something to eat during the 7-hour drive. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we decided to make a little break from driving and sat down on the ground to have our first lunch somewhere in Spain.
There is time, all the people raise your voices. There is time, all the people may be wrong.
And in the late evening hours, we finally arrived in our new home for the next weeks. A little village nestled somewhere in the Spanish hills. Okay, this is, I think, the third time I try to record this, but somehow the audio messes up every single time, and I don't know why. So if this time ends up getting messed up again, I give up. Yeah, but anyways, this time I have not a cup of coffee, but a glass of cold water, as it is super freaking hot outside. So we arrived safely here, in the south of Spain in the middle of summer. So yeah, it has to be hot. Yeah, we have around 37 to 40 degrees, and yeah, I'm just not used to it. So it's insanely hot. And I think it's kind of funny that every winter I'm really craving the sun and the warmth and wishing nothing more than wearing my summer dresses and stuff like that. And then I'm in summer and it's super hot outside and I wish I could go back to winter to get cozy in my knitted sweaters. Yeah. But maybe it's also because it's just too much summer at the moment, so I'm not used to that, to the heat. But I will somehow try to get used to it and just enjoy the warmth as long as it is here. So winter will come and I try to enjoy the summer. And the heat is not the only thing I have to get used to. So beneath the heat, I also have to get used to be surrounded by people again, living in an actual village, even if it's really small, and hearing cars, people talking nearly all the time. It feels so different than back in the valley in Portugal, where we were totally alone. We'll see how it goes, and I really hope that I can discover a bit of the surrounding here, because I really fell in love with the mountains and the view here. But yeah, during the day it is so hot. I cannot imagine to go out there and be there for hours in the sun. So I hope that we will have cooler days in the time that we are here and are able to discover the mountains a bit. Otherwise, I think I have to wake up super early to have a chance to discover them in the early morning hours. But we'll see. For now, we are trying to organize our new home and our day-to-day life here in Spain and figuring out where to go grocery shopping and stuff like that. Yeah, and I just wanted to share some more impressions from our first days here in Spain. A new chapter has begun. So here I am between whitewashed houses and narrow streets. From a little remote village with just ruins to a little village somewhere in Spain. And I know I'm not in a big city, but even being in a little village still feels kind of strange in some ways, being surrounded by people again. But I really try to enjoy it as much as I can, because I think it is such a special experience to move from one place to another, staying everywhere for a few weeks and soaking in different kinds of lifestyles. And one day I hope that I will find a place that really feels like home.